Hello students, and today we are going to study about the differential equations and the separation of variables method. Now, our success criteria is to see what are the differential equations, and we will be interpreting verbal statements that represents the differential equations. So what are differential equations? We all know that the differential equations are the equations that involve x and y and the derivatives of the y. So we must have at least two variables. One should be the independent and the other should be the dependent variable, and there must be the derivative of some variable. Now when we talk about the derivatives, it means we must know that we are talking about the instantaneous rate of change of something. For example, rate of change of volume with respect to time, rate of change of y with respect to x, rate of change of temperature with respect to time, and so on. Now, differential equations, there are differential operators. When we talk about the differential operators, we know that there are some symbols which are used to denote the differential operators, that is like y prime, f prime of x. So this prime is actually showing that you are taking the derivative of f of x function or the y function. Even we can write the d by dx of something. So for example, dy by dx. Or if I say that rate of change of volume with respect to time, so I can write dv over dt. If I say rate of change of temperature with respect to time, so I can say d capital T over dt, where capital T denotes the temperature and small t denotes the time, and so on. Now, it is very important that you recall what are variations, or if you remember that we have studied in our previous grades about inverse variation, direct variation, joint variation, combined variation, and so on. But today we are going to deal with the direct variation or the inverse variation. If I say y varies directly as x, or y is directly proportional to x, it means that if y is increasing, the x is also increasing. If y is decreasing, the x variable also decreasing. So they are directly proportional to each other. So whatever happening with the first variable or with the independent variable, the same is happening to the dependent variable. Now, what about inverse variation? Inverse variation, as from the name, it is very obvious that they are the reciprocals of each other, which means if one variable is increasing, the other is decreasing, or vice versa. Now, how can we denote these variations? So if I say y varies directly as x, so first of all, varies directly or directly proportional can be denoted by this sign of proportionality, that is alpha and x. Now in mathematics, this sign of proportionality can be removed and will be replaced by equals to k. And what is k? K is the constant of proportionality. So we can say that y equals to k or k times x. And this is the direct proportionality. This is the direct variation. Now when we talk about the inverse proportional, we will say y varies inversely as x. So inverse means they are the reciprocal of the each other. So if y is written in the numerator, the x is written in the denominator. So remove the sign of proportionality, so you will get y equals to k, as always, with the constant of proportionality, and 1 over x, or in other words we can write y equals to k over x. Now we have to interpret the verbal statement that represents the differential equation into the mathematical form. So the question is the rate of change of Q. Remember, I just said that whenever we have the rate of change of anything, it means we are trying to find out, or we are trying to write the derivative of that variable with respect to time. It means the rate of change of Q with respect to time, which shows the derivative of Q. That means the Q prime, or normally they write dq over dt, is inversely proportional to. So whenever we have to show the inversely proportional, then we always write the equals to k to the square of t. So because it is inversely, so you have to write the division sign upon, and square of t means t square. So that's all. Let's check question number 2. So the rate of change of p with respect to t. It means again we have a p prime, or we have dp over dt. So we will write dp over dt is inversely proportional to, will be expressed by equals to k upon square of 4 minus t. It means 4 minus t and whole square. Now let's see how can we do the third question. The rate of change of v with respect to t. So it means again the derivative of v, that is dv by dt, directly proportional to, it means equals to k times. When directly proportional to, we will make the expression as equals to k times, and for inversely proportional to, we make the expression as equals to k upon sum of 5 and t. So it is equals to the sum of, means sum means plus 5 and t. So write the 5 in the start and t later. Now let's see what is number 4 saying to us. The rate of change of a with respect to t. Again the a prime, that is dA over dt, is directly proportional to, it means equals to k times square of sum of 5 and t. Square of, so I have some square of sum means plus 5 and t. So 5 right in the beginning and t in the end. So this is how we can interpret the easy things into our mathematical form. Let's see here what they are asking you again to model. Catherine runs around a linear path. Whenever we talk about some linearity, few things come in our mind. That means the direct variation or directly proportional to each other. If one is increasing, the other is also increasing, or opposite, one is decreasing, other is decreasing. Her position is given by P of t. So this is the expression, this is the symbol to denote the position of Catherine, where t is measured in seconds since she started running, and p is measured in miles. During the first second of her run, Catherine's acceleration is proportional to the cube root of the time. So from here I can catch some mathematical form, that is acceleration A is proportional to. So remember that to express the inversely, they always write the inversely. If they are not writing any inverse or direct word, so it means this is obvious that they are talking about some direct proportionality. So equals to k times cube root of t. That means cubic root of t. I wrote it here. Now read more. Write a differential equation that describes this relationship. Which relationship? Acceleration relationship, where k is a positive constant of proportionality. Now this equation, if you see, it is not describing a differential equation. It is only an algebraic equation. So how can we convert the A into a differential equations expression? So remember, we have studied before that if a position is given to us, position of something is given to us, we take the derivative, and on taking the derivative of the position, we find the velocity. And if we take the derivative of velocity, we find our acceleration. Now, here, we find our acceleration A. So, it is acceleration. Look at this. We have to write everything in terms of position. Only P of t is given. We don't have any V symbol in the question. So we will directly write from position, we will jump to the acceleration. So if position is given by P of t, velocity means you are taking the derivative of P, and acceleration means you are taking the double derivative of P. Now this is how we denote it with the help of the prime. So how can we write our rate of change of P? So it can be dP over dt. And again, if we take the acceleration, it means we are taking the second order derivative. So we will write d square P over dt square. So now in place of A, you have to write d square P over dt square equals to k times cubic root of t. So this is how we model our such situation. Now the question is, bacteria in a certain culture increases at a rate proportional to the number present. So bacteria is what happening with the bacteria? It is increasing with a rate of. It means rate of change of bacteria. So if bacteria is denoted by B, so how can we show the rate of change of bacteria? Definitely dB by dt. To the number present, which number? Of course, number of bacteria they are talking about, right? Number of bacteria they are talking about. So it's proportional to, they didn't represent inversely. So obviously it is directly. So K times B. Why I write here dB by dt? Because if I read more, if the number of the bacteria doubles in 3 hours, it means, of course, the number of the bacteria depends on the time. So rate of change of bacteria depends on the time. That's why I showed it as dB over dt. Now here, let's try to understand this question. A rumor spreads among a population of n people, means the number of people are n, at a rate proportional to, means equals to k times the product of number of people who heard the rumor. So is proportional to number of people who heard the rumor, and it is product times number of people who have not heard the heard the rumor. So the rumor spreads among a population n people at a rate proportional to the product of the number of people who heard the rumor and who have not heard the rumor. If P denotes the number of people, if P denotes the number of people, so P is the number of people who have heard the rumor. So who heard the rumor here is P. Which of the following differential could be used to model this situation? So look at this. Rumor spreads among a population of n people. So how many total people are there? The total people are n. So how many heard the people? So the number of people who heard is P. So how many people who have not heard it? Who have not heard it? Of course, it is P minus N, because the many people minus the people who have heard. So people who have not heard will be denoted by P minus N. you have to talk about the differential equation, and you can see in all the options it is dp over dt. So of course we will write dp over dt equals to k, because the constant of proportionality, times p minus n. So this is the option number C. Now let's check this one. A hard-boiled egg is removed from a pot of hot water and sets on the table to cool. The rate of change of X temperature. So here, the rate of change of X temperature, it can be written as dt over dt. With respect to time is proportional to, so of course we are talking about direct proportional, so k times is directly proportional to difference between the X temperature. Okay, difference means minus between the X temperature and room temperature. Difference between the X temperature and the room temperature. Okay, now the X temperature is denoted by small t, and the room temperature is denoted by 75. So difference means minus, then the first one egg temperature, that is small t, and minus the room temperature, that is 75. So remember, whenever difference between that and that, let's suppose if it is written difference between A and B is written, so you put the sign minus and then write the A first and B in the end. So if it is sum of 5 and A is written, so you write the sum sign, that is plus, and 5 in the beginning and A later. So of course option number D is correct. So what have we learned today? We have learned that the derivative means that the rate of change of something. So for example, if I am saying that rate of change of y with respect to x, so it can be written as or shown as dy by dx. So when we talk or interpret the directly proportional to, it means we have to write equals to k multiplied by something, and when we want to represent inversely proportional to, we have to write equals to k divided by something. So I hope that you understood the concept, and if you like the video and understood the concept, then please give the thumbs up and subscribe my channel. Thank you very much. See you in the next concept.